Hi guys, and welcome back. Today's video is quite an exciting one. I have a whole basket of goodies that I put together last night because I was so excited to do this. And today's video is a tag that I've seen Samantha March do as well as Julia Adams, and it is doing a full face of my oldest makeup. So as you know, I've only been on YouTube for about a year now, but I do have some makeup that is much older, so please don't judge me. But without further ado, let's jump straight in. So firstly, we're gonna go ahead and do some brows. So for my brow pen, I have this collection brow pen. This is only about a year and a bit old, so I didn't really use much brow products before. I did use like eyeshadow through my brows, but I didn't want to do that today. So I'm just going to, I can't remember what it's called, like Incredibrow or something like that, but I'll link it down below. And I'm just going to fill in my brows with this. Oh, I remember how horrible this was. Okay, that's the best I'm gonna get with them. They don't look amazing, I'll be the first to admit that, but it's what we have. Then for brow gel, I have this Model's Own one, and it is just called Now Brow Final Brow Gel. So this was also really bad. I remember trying it and I actually drew it all over my face. That's why we're going ahead and just doing the brows now. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's very wet. I've had this for over a year now as well, so it's still very wet. I thought it might dry out, but let's see what we can do with this. I also remembered not having like a massive amount of hold. It's more like a brow tint rather than a brow gel. Oh, can you see the bits it's depositing? Oh, it's horrible. I actually think I might just throw this away, but you never know when a video like this is gonna come along again. Okay, so it looks like that's the best we're gonna get. Oh my god, it is such an aggressive brow, but it's the best I can do with what I have. Next, we're gonna move on to primer. For primer, I'm sure I showed this in my last video. It is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier, and it is a pore smoothing primer. There's barely anything left here. This I got when I was in Dubai in, when was I there? 2018? So this product is about 4 years old. I'm actually just looking at the bottle now, and it doesn't actually have like a suggested shelf life, so I'm guessing that's why I've hung on to it. So I'm just going to press that into my T-zone. I think 4 years isn't too bad. The rest of the stuff I've had for a bit longer than that. Well, not all the rest of it, but most of it. Sephora do have their own line now, so I know they do have more primers. I'm just not sure if that one's actually still available, but I will check for you and link that down below. So definitely check the description box. So next I'm going to move on to the face. So I want to use this. I've shown it in a previous video, but this is the color correcting and contour kit from Forever 21. This has a 12-month shelf life, and I'm pretty sure I got this in 2016 or 17. So this is very old. I just have not gotten rid of it because I don't know, there's just so much product left. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't affect my skin too much. So I'm actually going to use the corrector over here, the orange one, just to color correct under my eyes. I never do this on my channel, but let's go ahead and try it. I'm just picking it up on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to, let's do one eye at a time so we can see if it actually makes a difference. So I'm just going to conceal the darkness under my eyes here. So that is what the corrected one looks like, and that is the one without the corrector. Then we're going to go ahead and put some concealer over it and see how that looks. I was going to use this for concealer, but I do have another one, so just to add some range. And I have this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and my shade was medium if I'm not mistaken. No, it's called Pure Beige. So I might have to give this a shake. Some is like leaked out. But I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on top of the corrector. This does actually have like a sort of an orangey hue, so I guess it's for color correcting as well. Then I'm just going to grab my sponge like I always do, and I'm just going to up that in. Okay, Okay, so this is the eye with the corrector and the concealer, and this is the one without. You can actually see a difference considering these are so old. Well, I don't know if I said, but the LA Girl concealer I got in, I want to say 2020, if not 2019. So yeah, I don't know about that. I think it was 2020 actually. As you can see, it's already like creasing up over there, so it's not great, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then we'll come back and move on to the face. But next we're gonna move on to foundation, and this one I've had since 2018, I want to say, and I've also used this in a video before, but it's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and my shade is in Classic Tan. So this was always very orange on me. I don't know how it's gonna look now, but I don't even think this should go on my face anymore, to be honest. It separated so badly, I can't even pump it. Let me get something. I've had to clean the little pump over there because it's gone like solid in there. I don't think that's a good sign. I'm just gonna pump some out on my hand if I can. Give me a second. Okay guys, that took a minute because the like pump, the whole like pipe down and the little nozzle was completely dried out, so I had to clean that out first with a bobby pin and then eventually it pumped. It doesn't smell any different than it did like before when I used it, but like you can see the color isn't amazing, but a lot came out and it is quite gloopy. I really don't think I should be putting this on my face, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just applying it with a brush. I can't believe I used to wear such full coverage makeup. It didn't look the best on my skin. You could see like my enlarged pores, and you could see it clinging onto some of my hairs. And then I used to go ahead and use foundation powder on top of that for extra coverage and longevity, but it honestly made me look so cakey, but I thought it looked amazing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over the face. I know that people still use this foundation. I've seen it go like viral again, but like I said, I used to use it back in like 2018, 19, and I find the formula really dry. I really don't like it. So I've moved on to a bit more like a dewier foundation. So like as you can see, it's like settling everywhere and I really don't like it. Look at these eyebrows. So obviously I never used to use any like cream blushes or anything, but let's go ahead and contour with this. I'm going to use this shade over here, and I'm again just using my sponge for that. So this is also like, considering it's like a balmy formula, it's really drying on the skin. I saw under my eyes it was like cracking up, but I'm just going to do my contour or bronzer with this. I've actually never used it for this, to be honest. I didn't know how to contour back in the day. It just made no sense to me, and I guess that's why I've held on to this for so long, because I was determined to contour. So that cream contour is actually not so bad at all. I really like that. Let's hope it doesn't break me out. But look at the foundation on my chin here. It looks absolutely horrible. I'll probably still hold on to this and probably use the contour shades, but definitely not the correctors because I don't really need it. But yeah, I guess this is about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is 6 years old, so this is the oldest thing I own. One more thing after this that you'll see, but this is one of the oldest makeup products I own. So that is pretty much all the cream products I have. So we're gonna go ahead and set the face. I was gonna add a bit of more concealer, but it's just already so cakey. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I didn't even show you. Oh, this is so messy. So this is the Collection Lasting Perfection Sheer Loose Powder. As you know, I really dislike this powder as well. It has such bad flashback, first of all, and it's just so drying. I'm just gonna tap off the excess on the back of my hand, but look at that. It's just so powdery. It's so drying. To be honest, I've just put this on my face and it actually doesn't look that bad. Let me zoom you in. So that's it all over the skin. It actually doesn't look as bad as I remember it. It used to get like really cakey, but I guess this foundation's already cakey, but it's definitely like blurred my pores over there. So actually it's not bad. I might give this another go. This is about just also over a year old. Like I got it like a couple of weeks before I started my channel officially. So yeah, that's not so bad. For bronzer, I'm just doing this video as I would normally do my makeup, just with older makeup. So I have this contour palette from Forever 21 as well. This I also got in like 2016 or 17, so it's about 5 or 6 years old. I used to use it mostly as like a eyeshadow palette just because I didn't know how to use these specific products. The highlighter is also very shimmery, but we're gonna go ahead and bronze up the face with this one over here. I don't know why this tone is so black. This tone is so dark. It is almost black, but it's supposed to be like the darkest brown. But I guess back then people weren't, how do I say it, as inclined to use these kind of bronzers. So people just made whatever shade they thought would match skin types. Even this brown that I'm gonna use now, it has like a reddy undertone, so it kind of looks like a plum color. That's why I used it as an eyeshadow. Okay, that's not bad for like a contour shade. It is like a gray undertone, so it is a true contour shade. I was always so obsessed with makeup, and I used to buy things and have no idea how to use them. Like I remember my mom and dad getting me one year for Christmas leather box filled with like makeup, and I think it was Yardley or Revlon, and it was just filled with like a bunch of little quads and blushes, and I didn't know how to use half the stuff, and the colors as well were like green and blue and purple, and I didn't know how to like use them. So a lot of it I ended up just giving to my mom, and then keeping like the lipsticks and the blushes or like more usable shades. But yeah, I look back and I'm just like, how did I not know? Like there were so many YouTube videos and stuff to show, but yet I was like, I just didn't grasp it. But I've always loved makeup. You remember like sitting and watching my mom do her makeup before they'd head out and stuff, and I absolutely loved doing that. And I think since then I've been really obsessed with makeup, but I didn't know how to use it appropriately. I did try, as most of us do, but yeah, I probably could have tried a bit harder. So we're gonna go in with a highlighter. This one's broken because I've dropped this like a million times. I'm gonna go in with the deepest shade in here. It is like pure glitter though, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's like literally like fairy dust. I'm not gonna lie either, like I'll probably still hold on to this because you never know when it can come in handy. I probably will throw it away when it's either finished or crumbled apart. So that's just me, and that's why I'm a little bit of a makeup hoarder right now. So yeah, I don't know. If I had to rate this out of 10, I'd give it a 5. Then going on to blush, I'm sure you've seen this on my channel before. It is the MAC Mineralized Blush in Lovejoy. This one was my all-time favorite. I started buying it back in 2016, and it has been my one MAC repurchase. So it is absolutely gorgeous. I do use it sparingly because it is quite expensive, especially in South Africa, but honestly it is such a gorgeous blush. Then just to melt it all together, I have this Barry M setting spray. It's called Flawless Mist and Fix. It's got like 2 drops in it, so I thought we'd just use it today because this is the first one that I purchased. No, it wasn't. The Technic one was, but I finished that because it was horrid. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz this on my face if anything comes out. And there we go, the last dregs of it used on camera. I'm a bit groggy today. I think I'm a bit dehydrated, so excuse the croak. These eyebrows are actually ridiculous, but the rest of the face actually looks really, really nice. So for eyeshadow primer, I have this one again from 2016 or 17. So it is the MAC Pearl Frost Cream Base, and I'm pretty sure this doesn't even work anymore, but I don't know why I've hung on to it, to be honest with you, but here we are. So I just used to take some of this on my finger and just pat that all over the eye. Moving on to eyeshadow, this is interesting. I have these 3 products over here, literally my oldest. We're going back like I said to 2016, and I got this, what is it? Bourjois. I got the Bourjois color edition 24 hours, and it is cream to powder texture, ultra luminous finish, and the shade, it doesn't have a shade, But this is supposed to be a cream shadow, but I've had it for so long, it's just like a powder shadow now. Then I have this loose pigment in the shade Fevrant, and it is from Illamasqua, and is that what they're called? A lie. It is from Illamasqua. Lastly, we have the L'Oreal Chrome Shine. That's why I was so confused that I found like a whole palette of L'Oreal, because I only thought they had like single shadows. But we're not going to use this today. It doesn't really go with everything else we're doing. Just the same contour palette, and I'm first going to go in with the lightest contour shade. That's not my shade, and I'm just going to run this through my crease. Then with the same shade, I'm going to go into the slightly darker one that we just used on the cheeks, and I'm just going to run that in the crease as well. Then I'm going to go ahead with a Bourjois. Probably should not be putting this on my eyes. My eyes are already so sensitive at the moment. I'm just picking it up on like a flat brush because, you know, it's not a cream anymore, it's a powder. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp that onto the outer third of my eye. Next, this Illamasqua one. Just going to try and open it. It's a mission to open as well, and when it explodes everywhere, but the pigment is honestly gorgeous. It's like a multi-chrome, like I don't know if you can see that. It turns like a green, but then it's also like a bronze, and it's gorgeous. I usually just always use the lid as well. I'm not sure how old this is, but I know it was 2016 or 17 if I'm not mistaken. And this I'm just going to add in the inner third of the eye. Honestly, that is gorgeous. I'll turn the lights down a bit in a second when I'm done both eyes, and I'll give you a look at it. Then lastly for the eyes, again, I'm just going to take this really light highlight shade in here, and I'm going to highlight my inner corners with that. So eyeshadow complete. So yeah, how embarrassing. I have eyeshadow from like 2016. But anyway, moving on swiftly to mascara. I think this is my oldest one if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't really hang on to mascaras as much. If I don't like the formula, I usually just hand it over to my mom or my sister, and they're more than happy to use it. But this is the oldest one I have in my mascara drawers over here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Hate this. So I've had this for about a year as well. The formula is like the driest thing ever. I don't even know if I want to put this on my eye because it actually does nothing. Yeah, I'm just going to use a different mascara. I think the Charlotte Tilbury one would be my second oldest that I own right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that. Oh, I forgot I wanted to do one more thing, but I guess I could still do it with my mascara on. But I want to do like a little baby wing because I do have this black eyeshadow. It is a MAC single shadow as well, but all the writing is off. So do I even have an angled brush to do this? Yes. So I'm just going to do a little baby wing on my outer corners with this. I do also have I don't know why I still have this. It's like completely dry inside, but it is the MAC Black Track Prolong Fluid Line Eyeliner Gel. So that used to be my absolute favorite, but I don't really buy from MAC anymore. So for lips, I never really used to use lip liner, so I always just grab my brow pencil, but obviously I'm using the NYX Lift and Snatch now, and that's black, so I would never use that as a lip liner, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. So my oldest lipsticks are these by Revlon, and it is the Revlon Matte Balm, that's it. This one shade is called 205 Elusive. Let me start that again. It's 205 Elusive, and the other one I got is 260 Passionate, and this is what they look like. I do have another one somewhere, but I cannot seem to find it, and it is in a brown. And I really used to love these because it has like a minty flavor, and it is like wearing lip balm. So I'm going to go in with 205 Elusive and just fill the lips with that. And that brings us to the end of today's video. So let me zoom you in and show you what the whole face looks like. So this is what the skin is looking like. I think considering most of this makeup is about 6 years old, it looks pretty good. I do not like the foundation still, and it really does need to go in the bin. I just need to let it go. But everything else I still really like. I know it sounds so wrong because it all has a shelf life of like 12 to 24 months. But I've hung on a lot longer. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you'd like to see more of this content, and remember to subscribe and click that bell icon for more content just like this. But I hope everybody has a great evening. Bye.